It's time to put your costume on and listen to the Long Con.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to the Long Con Podcast, episode 31, where we talk conventions, cosplay, and other facets of geek culture. I am Kevin. This is my mustache.
Literally no one heard anything you just said because they just are staring at this thing on your face.
I am not from the 1970s. Weird videos that you may or may not know of.
But it's like Dorian.
Free mustache rides.
I had an almost beard like him,
He did.
and then I shaved it.
And he
I forgot a spot. But this is real.
It looks like you remembered the spot directly under your nose here. Is that the reverse Hitler?
It's a barren land. We salted that part of the earth.
Hey, Nick, was that you sitting next to me when I look at that picture of Kevin like a week ago, and
Yes,
I freaked
it was-
out?
yep.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was you or David. And I freaked out because I was like, how come Kevin has so much facial hair right now?
Yay!
Which is funny because you shaved it for the very first day of November.
Yes. I did.
Yeah,
Always
that's
gotta be
reversed. You're not supposed to do
counterculture.
that.
Always got to be counterculture.
Yes, exactly. This is Nick.
Where? Me?
Yes, you. And here, Jess is joining us.
Yay!
Yay!
I'm here. I
We haven't
exist.
had her on in a while, so thank you for joining us.
Hey, Kevin.
Thank
Kevin,
you for having me.
I mustache you a question.
Okay.
No, the timing is wrong. I'll shave it for later.
Okay. Dale's gonna
Joke
shoot you
again.
through the internet.
Oh. Keep going.
Okay. Goodness.
I am
All right.
off.
So we were starting on November 1st because we thought we were going to have content yesterday for Halloween. So we're like, let's just wait. But it decided to rain, and there decided to be no logs for the bonfire we usually have when we go over to David's cousin's house.
I like that a plan.
So yeah,
I'm not going to tell you what we were doing, though, because we're still going to do it.
we are going to do it, and we're not going to talk about it.
We're announcing the eBay auction that will begin at midnight tonight.
He's right.
For the mustache.
Yes. The mustache.
Quite.
Where's the... Nick, do you have the skirt?
I have several, yes.
Okay, good. The hula skirt. Remember our plan?
Oh, yeah. I do remember now. Okay. That's right. I'm a little slow.
But yes. So we had Halloween,
We did have Halloween. I made a bunch of food.
This is Halloween.
dressed as...
I was Snake, which is the reason I had a beard originally. And,
Were you Snake?
yeah, well, kind of. My girlfriend Jen wanted to dress up like a monkey.
Which she did.
Well, why don't you dress up like a banana? I'm like, I could. So I dressed up like Snake in a banana costume.
Cute as a button, these two, let me tell you. Mostly Jen.
In Metal Gear Solid 3, there is a mode called Snake versus Monkey mode, so that was kind of
Yes.
the angle I was going with.
I was wondering if that was what you were doing.
Yeah, but Jen wouldn't have wanted to be one of those creepy monkeys with the siren things on its head. I'm sure I'll put up a picture in edit. Dale, we can put it like right here.
Awesome. Right in the split screen area.
Yeah. By the way, all the like information is going to be right across your chest.
Good.
He's a Teletubby.
Oh, Jesus.
We found your costume for next year. You gonna be Poe?
Poe. No, he's gonna be Tinky Winky.
Ah. So what did you dress up like?
I just the funny thing about that. The funny thing about that is I used the Popo costume. I just wasn't black Popo. What do you?
Dart.
I was a black Popo. I was just a genie that time.
Ah, yes.
Jess, you missed the second ever wearing of the Popo costume.
I saw pictures.
Yeah, his armband still had the black makeup on it. So,
So does the bottom of the turban.
did it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did.
You had the black ring of death on your head.
I'm surprised it all washed off. The first time I did that, I had to take 3 showers.
Yeah, and you took your 3 showers, and then I took a shower and had to scrub the tub.
Hey, most of it off.
The sub in the tub?
Yeah.
So, what was the coolest Halloween costume you've seen on the internet this weekend?
You're up first. I'll just say what John showed me, so I'm just gonna cop out with that.
Oh boy, that banana snake costume was pretty cool. I don't know, I didn't see any.
I gotta say, for my money, there's our own friend.
Oh yeah. Aaron's is really cool.
This is the coolest thing ever. So big shout out to her.
That was pretty sweet. I did see that. You stole my answer, Nick.
Yep.
I liked Cheryl's costume.
Which one was that?
You know I can like screen
The
share
doll. Where she was
I don't know. What's that?
the broken doll.
it. I'll get it.
All right, you get it.
No. Oh no.
I don't know if
Oh,
you
yeah.
can see it.
Which one? This one?
Well, that's all the same thing.
I know. Okay, so
I thought she did a really good job with like the makeup and everything on it. I thought.
and
then-
I'm going to screen share this. Char.
Oh yeah, the makeup is really good.
Yeah, like even if when you look closer, it looks even better. I don't. Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
she's even got the dead, listless eyes that retail workers get.
We looked at Jen.
Well,
She works retail.
I've worked retail too.
Too.
I work the retail too, man.
All right. What about you, Jess?
I don't know. I wasn't really paying too much attention. Yesterday Halloween just kind of went by me, so.
My focus has now become tomorrow. We're getting Halloween candy.
Oh yeah, we got lots of candy.
I think I'm just gonna buy candy and give it to Bly when I need something.
That's what I do.
I will have to say, though,
Feed the candy stash.
my sister, I
Wait.
guess, was in, and she did a costume.
You're gonna go buy a ton of candy with that mustache on?
No.
Oh, okay, good. Because we could give you a van that has the windows tinted out. They could
I'll make
paint it.
sure to shave everything that is above the thinnest line, so it is pencil thin.
Thanks.
And then I can either be from, what, the 20s, or...
If you get a pencil-thin mustache, I'm deleting you from my life.
Oh.
I'm just gonna call him the Dandy Man from now on.
Candy Dandy!
If anyone's seen Hellsing Abridged or Helsing, no.
Has anyone seen that movie?
Helsing. I
Tron?
haven't seen Helsing Abridged.
Helsing, he was the guy that met Alucard with he was the one with the cards. That was his name, Dandy Man.
Oh, okay.
Which version of Helsing was that? Because I saw the first one. Was it in that
No,
one?
not that one. It was like the remade one, so
Oh,
that
okay, yeah.
a lot made more sense.
I was like, that didn't make sense to me, and a lot of that didn't make sense. So okay.
Yeah, they redid like a Helsing one and made it a lot more. It was like 13 episodes and it made a lot more sense, kind of a thing.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Jess. Go ahead and do your story. No, you wait.
No, I found out my sister was in town this weekend, and she came in and did makeup for a bunch of people, and I saw some pictures of it and it looked pretty cool. I hope she made some money doing that, because from what I heard, she did like 3 people's makeup for Halloween. She's getting pretty good at it.
Awesome. Right. Now you can talk.
Oh, that's it.
Okay. Nick, what about you? Favorite costume?
But I started it.
What do you mean
Aaron.
you started it?
Aaron.
His vote was Aaron.
Oh, yeah. I'm an idiot. All right. This has gone well so far. I've only worked myself to exhaustion. It's fine. I still think something was laced in those pasties you had.
Okay, so I made pasties, which is basically like you take a beef stew and you put it in like a Pop-Tart shell and then you bake it. That's essentially what it is,
Essentially.
more or less. So there's Dale's blaming it on the vegetables because that's what Dale does.
Well,
Dale-
what other reason would there have been?
Just had, for whatever sake, a really weird dream. So Dale, why don't you tell us our dream that you had that made me laugh?
Oh my god. Okay, so the dream started off with work calling me and saying they want me to come back to work there as a manager. But as a manager, I wasn't supposed to do anything because they didn't want me to screw anything up. So I said, okay, fine. So I find out my little brother Brandon's working there, but he has no idea what he's doing. So that made a lot of sense to my brain, so I kept going along with it. And if you've met my brother Brandon, he makes sense that he doesn't know what he's doing. And then I had to find the person I was taking over while he was on vacation, who apparently was an actual mythical dwarf kind of a thing. Like, not dwarf as in small people, dwarf as in Warhammer, Lord of the Rings kind of dwarf. So I had to go find his brother to find out what he did. Apparently, he's on vacation hiking through mountains, and he won't answer phone calls. So I'm like, screw this. I have no idea what the hell's going on. I'm leaving. And I leave the building, and I come out into a pier. And I'm just like, why the hell am I out here? Why is there a warehouse by the pier? And I go back in, and then I'm at Kmart, apparently. I have no idea about fucking... And I pick up... What were those things called? Hold the miniatures.
Okay, so when you have like a figurine, the tree is the thing that all the parts are attached to.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So basically, I picked up, to make it look like I worked there, I picked up a huge, like, 4x3 foot one and just left it on my shoulders that had all the army men, the green and tan ones, you know, those plastic ones where they're all doing different action poses and everything. And I started walking around, and this is where it gets weird. All of a sudden, these people with the caution safety vests, you know, the orange vests that say caution across the front or whatever, come running around the corner screaming, the venomous animals have escaped. Now, here's the thing. They're fucking carrying little butterfly nets as their only means of capturing these creatures.
What's the
with the
diameter on these butterfly nets?
It's not bigger than the head. It's this big. It's like this. They're like, and they've got it with both hands, kind of like they're two-handing a sword or something.
Okay.
And one of them gets a tarantula, which made sense to me at the time. I'm like, oh, maybe that's what they mean. So I hop over that. I keep going, and then they're like, look out! The dangerous red foxes are escaping! And I'm like, what? And they're like, they're venomous! And they're this fucking big in my dream. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. And so there was 5 of them. I looked away, I looked back at them after they said that, and then there was 20 on the fucking floor. And that's when, yeah, it wasn't much bigger than this. Apparently these things are venomous. Be careful. Sting them with their tail. And then there was 20 of them just running around on the floor, and that's when my mind was, nope, done. And I just woke up, and I was like...
It got too weird for him.
It just didn't make any sense at that point. Like, my brain has to keep some semblance of reality, otherwise my conscious figures it out and
your
makes
brain
itself
likes
up.
to gamble you.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, we're going to push the envelope here, get some brain cells out of him, but then we're going to put some sensical things in, like, Brandon doesn't know what he's doing. Okay.
If you go too far overboard, my like, I don't know, abort protocol kicks in, and it just wakes me up.
It tells us that the ejector. You got one on your bed, you just get launched. I'm up! I'm up!
The snooze button. And I woke up, and I went back to sleep like 10 minutes later. I had another dream. I have no idea what it was, but it woke me up again, and now we're here. And I still think this might be a dream as long as those foxes show up again.
That would be all the LSD I put in those pasties.
It's just regular water. Regular water laced with LSD.
That's the second time that reference was made today.
I know.
Yep.
I'm glad that I drove for 2 hours after eating the drug pasties.
It was in a capsule, a time-release capsule in your stomach.
Good.
Oh, okay.
Tonight, Jess.
I had a dream last night that I was having a severe allergic reaction to something, but it was totally cool. I was just like, yeah, I'm turning into a monster because I have so much hive on my arm. And that was my dream last night. And I woke up very confused, like, do I need to take a Benadryl? I didn't. I was fine.
Really, I was just choking her in the night. Because of my dream that I was being attacked by Dale and a bunch of an army of fox scorpions.
Watch out, they spit.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think the venomous fox that's this big is my spirit animal now or something. I don't know.
Oh, you do get your spirit animal from a dream. That's how mine's John Hamm from Mad Men.
It's a dinosaur!
I'm sure it's not hordes of zombies.
What kind of dinosaur?
I don't know, I just had a dream that I was trying to run away from dinosaurs, and then so we watched Jurassic World today.
I think it's a Doritosaurus.
The spirit guy
It
helps
was
you,
Chris
man.
Pratt, and I had a sexy butt.
It was Dorito Don.
Oh,
I love that one.
please get eaten by verification dinosaur.
Tostitosaurus. I once had a dream. You know, in Fight Club, where he's in the ice cave and the penguin is there and it does the slide. I had a dream that I was in that ice cave, but instead of a penguin, it was John Hamm, and he said, "Hi, Nick, I'm your spirit guide," just like the fox in The Simpsons that was trying to catch. And I was just like, "Okay, John Hamm," so I've stuck to it ever since. And this was like 5 years ago. So he gives me spiritual guidance.
Is mine Arnold Schwarzenegger dressed as Captain America, Captain Planet?
I think
Yes, it is. I think very clearly that it is.
What else could it be? Unless it's me, because I appear in a few of your dreams.
You were in that dream.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I tried to call.
You tried to call Missy.
And it called you.
I know. And then you tried to call me, and it still called me.
Yeah, like,
I think you guys are confusing slash fiction with spirit guides.
Jess, have you had any weird dreams that are spirit guide related?
I don't know about spirit guide related, but I've definitely had some weird dreams. Yeah. Usually they involve me fleeing for my life or fighting hordes of zombies. A lot of apocalypse dreams.
Okay,
Yeah,
was there
there's an
any force
inordinate amount of it.
that helped you in those dreams?
It's just me helping
No.
myself.
She's her own spirit guide.
I'm my own spirit guide.
Either that, or Jess is an oracle foretelling of the apocalypse.
She might be an oracle.
It could be that.
We're all gonna have dreams tonight where Jess is our guide.
Come this way. The horde is coming. What?
Just don't go where she tells you. She'll lure you into the...
She let us into
That-
the group.
I have had a dream that I did that to all my friends where I threw them off a cliff. Yeah, really creepy. Don't know where it came from. Freaked me out.
Like Illinois and Wisconsin are really like cliffs.
You guys, if I disappear tomorrow, I want this answered as evidence.
Well, you're more than a friend.
That makes it even worse.
We are only friends.
He'd be the first one to go then.
But I got the convenience factor.
Yeah, that's true. It's practice.
Yeah.
It's practice. You have a convenient pond outside.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She's got to slowly work it on someone, otherwise she can't perfect her art.
He's absolutely right.
Just don't go around cliffs with me, apparently.
That's evidently. Although we went to the water park with you, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
You could have pushed Dale off at any time.
Yeah.
You were highly suspect. No, when we were up on top of the slide.
Oh no! Anyone touching me.
You were on alert at that point.
Anyone touching me would have been thrown over the side themselves.
See, that's the real reason I didn't go on any of those slides. I didn't want to be, tempted.
Yeah, I have the karate death grip at that point. My toes were gripping the boards because I'm not a fan of heights, and especially on wood too. It was just
With a bunch of people and water.
with Missy.
Missy and I got air on that water. We were in that tube, and then
The one that goes up.
yeah, and I was in the back, and she was in front of me, and we got into the dark part where it's covered, and it like launched us over like a small dip, and we flew in the air, and we both screamed as loud as possible inside of this little confined dark tube, like on this water slide going down the thing, and it stayed dark for a really long time, and we screamed the whole time.
You were dead for 10 seconds.
Yeah, we were both.
There was never any tunnel on that
What are
slide.
you talking about? It was all outside.
Oh God, where were we?
You temporarily went blind from fear.
You took a left turn instead of a right turn.
That explains.
You went into the vortex, did you? Nick, that's where the vortex is.
The vortex is a sinkhole.
It is.
So it's in Florida?
What were the weird situations we had recently regarding the vortex?
There's been dozens of vortexes. The one that I had the most, that was the most for me, was the Sandlot one, where I was at work, and if people don't know, the vortex refers to the sinkhole that swallows you up and destroys you when a coincidence is so extravagant that it defies all probability.
The more ridiculous the coincidence, the
higher level vortex.
So
But the one that I had,
it is just going to swallow you up.
yeah, the one that I had the other day was
which was brought on by sinkholes at there was that one story about the sinkholes in Florida.
yeah, they're the agents of
Formed
the vortex.
outside of your job.
Yes, slowly. We will all be consumed.
Okay.
But the one that I had the other day was I was at work, and my coworker Vince said he was talking. There's a picture of a kid with Nicki Minaj, and like the kid was like crying, and she picked him up, and then like he was like doing this. Yeah, he was like it was like a trick to hug Nicki Minaj, and Vince said, "Oh, he totally Wendy Peppercorned this, or he totally Wendy Peppercorned her." In Sandlot, where Squints pretends to be unconscious after falling in the swimming pool, and he tries to get Wendy Peppercorn to kiss him because she's the lifeguard. So Vince said that, and then my cousin John in Wisconsin, unconnected to Vince at all, sent me a picture of Squints, just a random picture of Squints on my phone, and I was like, "What's happening?" And I thought Vince had texted me, and it was John. I was like, "Why did you send me a picture of Squints?" And he's just like, "I don't know, he's just funny looking." I was like, "What's the
He's in on it.
And then we looked outside, and then the vortex was swirling. Not really. That part didn't happen, but the rest of it's true.
You flushed the toilet and I was swirling.
Yes.
Swirling.
And then I had one where I listen to Jonathan Colton a lot at work, and he does a cover of Sir Mix-a-Lot's "I Like Big Butts."
Mm.
You cannot lie.
I'm listening to this.
A classic.
It gets like right up to the chorus line, and I happen to look over, and I work at a news station. We have like TVs on the walls, and like most of the local stations will play like the daytime whatever TV shows, and they had some like "Don't Forget the Lyrics" or one of those like we're going to play a part of the song, and then you have to talk out or say the next line or whatever. And I look it over at exactly the moment where it said, "I like big butts." And I was like, no. Because he said it in my earbuds at the same time, but it was like two independent sources. So it was a weird coincidence. It was.
I didn't say it wasn't.
It's true, you didn't.
We're all going to be consumed.
We will. The vortex is coming. It will take us all home.
I'm pretty sure the link.
Tom Cruise is at the center of the vortex. This is what Scientology's all about.
Scientology does worship the vortex.
And we just established that I was a Scientologist, according to Nick. He was watching Cheers. It had to do with that.
Yeah.
Her pushing him off a cliff.
Mm-hmm.
For Scientology.
For science.
Indeed.
Or science.
So, I think we covered this last year, but do you guys typically dress up for Halloween, like being cosplayers?
We did.
I did last year.
That's true. I did last year as well.
So
If I have something to do, usually I'll have something, but the last couple of years I haven't done anything for Halloween, so I haven't really put too much effort into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think 2 years ago I put on my Wesker coat and like a t-shirt and camo pants, or like black, or I shouldn't say camo pants, black tack pants, things I'm wearing right now. And I was just Neo from the Matrix. But it was like a thrown together costume that I could get away with.
Yeah, well, we
I've
went.
worn them at work before.
Yeah, we went to Indiana last year and it was crummy out. But you guys wore your costumes.
Here on the way down.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
We fought quickly and we evaded it.
And then I was out in LA the year before that. I did wear a costume when I was out there, so that was fun.
Yep, but as a general rule, I don't know. It's like we do conventions all year, and then Halloween comes around, and it's like, it's the day everybody cosplays. It's not important.
It's also kind of different though if it's during the week or on the weekend.
That's true.
Yeah.
I did wear my Dharma Initiative jumpsuit at work once, and no one understood what it was. And I was like, really? Really popular show.
Even though
I did
it's
that too. Same
Dharma
thing.
on it,
Yeah.
Never watched the show.
I suppose.
How would I know?
Yeah. Man, I remember when I started working at my job, the weekends were so slow, and I had to be there, that I just brought in Lost and watched it at work, and then anytime I had to work, I'd just pause it. But it was a good show. I'd recommend it. Dale, you would probably hate it.
I did.
My office is like
You watched all of it?
I watched a season.
There you go.
And that was all I needed.
My office is like a dead zone of culture where no one knows anything. They're just sad.
Yeah, except for your boss who pulls you in and you start talking about Metal Gear Solid.
Well, yeah, he's cool, but a lot of people there don't know what's up.
Did you tell Dale that story?
Nope.
Oh,
and the internet as a result.
I was sitting at my desk, and my boss came up, and he's like, "Hey, can you swing by? Can you talk to me for a second?" And I was like, "Oh, okay." So he's like, "Just when you're done." So he goes in his office, and I went in there. I was like, "Okay, what's up?" And he talked to me about Metal Gear Solid 5 for 20 minutes.
It's a good game. Dale and I have both been enjoying it.
He's like, "There's so much stuff you can do. You can do the missions so many different ways." It was great. It was funny.
You can go in there guns blazing and kill everybody, or you can play the tactical route, as the game is kind of want for you to play.
Find all the people and take them from Russia.
Yes, abduct them.
Abduct Russia is what it basically boils down to.
Or Africa.
That's true too, but that's where most of them are coming from.
That is right.
Yeah, because it's the Soviet army there.
Abduct all the Russians. Bring them back to your base.
I like how I have 100% conversion rate for people I put on a fucking balloon and send into the sky.
We trust him implicitly.
Where are we? Outer heaven. I was in a balloon. Yeah, and
they're all just crazy dreams. You stuff a pasty into their faces, they take their balloon around, and they're like, "Man, I had this weird dream where I was a Russian man."
But now I speak perfect English. It's fine.
Yeah, such is life.
But it's good. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. There's dogs. You abduct a puppy.
Yeah, I guess there's more than one.
You attach a balloon to a puppy and it goes, woo!
It's true.
Now you want to play this game. There's puppy abduction. We lost their viewer. Oh, they're back.
I was actually looking through our the hard drive on our Xbox One is getting kind of full, and we were trying to figure out what to get rid of because Fallout's coming out, and I was looking because we have what was the prequel to Metal Gear 5?
Ground Zeroes.
Yeah, Ground Zeroes. I was like, oh, I should really play through this. So.
Yeah, you can get through it in an hour.
Yeah, I almost did that today, and then I was like, I'll do it later.
It's actually a good segue into how the game plays, how Phantom Pain plays, because you get used to the controls.
Or you can just watch a Let's Play of it on YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I did. And Dale bought it for me. But you can import your data from the game over, and you get bonuses in the Phantom Pain. You start out with some highly skilled soldiers, so. And I think you get Kojima, too, on your base.
Yeah, I think you do.
I know he was in Peace Walker.
Kojima's not in Peace Walker.
Hmm? Yeah.
He's in Ground Zeroes.
In Peace Walker he was too. It's one of the guys you can get. I watched a Let's Play.
I didn't get him.
You can get him. That's one of the things my boss told me.
Okay. So, next talking point?
Next talking point. I don't have a list of talking points like I usually do. So, Halloween was the big thing, and I was hoping we were going to have content, but we don't. Because of what happened.
I can give you a roommate story.
You have more roommate stories, even though you don't have a roommate anymore?
Yeah, I remembered some of them. Okay. It's one of those things you put to the back of your head until something triggers it. I think it's called a repressed memory. So, my landlord, her mother, owns that house, and we rent from her when she was still living at the house with me. But at the time, her boyfriend, Chris, was also staying with us, too. So her mom wants to sell the house, so she's fixing it up and got a handyman to fix some things. Well, the handyman has like a 16-year-old assistant, somewhere in the teens. And so he met Chris the first time he was there, and then I come down the second time he was there from upstairs, and he just looked at me like he wasn't expecting like a different person because he saw Chris. And so I guess he goes to the handyman or whatever. He's like, she lives with two guys? And apparently we just blew his brain because and then she's like, yeah. He's like, oh. But I don't know if I told at all before, but my roommate texted me like a week or two after she moved out because her mom asked when's the last time she talked to me, and we never talk anyways. And she's like, right after the morning after my mom asked me if I talked to you, I fell down the stairs, and that's all I could think of is I should probably text Dale this.
Impending doom.
Apparently the stairs are even more dangerous than the ones at my house, so that's pretty fucking dangerous.
Your stairs are pretty steep.
I know. So I can only imagine it's just a happy fun slide that she rides on or something.
With some rocky outcroppings in the way.
You have to just navigate left and right.
Slip and bleed. What is this, Mario 64?
Yeah, exactly. Woo-hoo! I went over the arrows. What? Nothing. Yeah, so those are the two I could remember at this point. I'm sure I'll have more in the future.
I could transition into some questions if you want.
Sure.
It's like
Might as well.
it's gonna take a little while because it's like one of those everybody answers kind of deals.
Well, might as well.
So I've been listening to at work like a bunch of different podcasts and a bunch of different like audiobooks and such. And I happened across I'm a fan of Justin Warner. He's a cook, and he really likes cereal. It's just one of his things. And he likes to cook with it. He made like a Cocoa Puffs carbonara at one point. Point being, he was on this podcast that I came across, and it's literally a podcast, and they talk about cereal. And it's 12 episodes long. I think it was a weekly podcast at one point this year.
And then they ran out of cereal.
I think he stopped doing that back at the end of April. So I don't think there are any more episodes, but check it out. It's just called, I think it's literally just called Cereal. If not, it's The Cereal. That's Cereal. Because I know Nick's going to correct me on that one. Apparently there's an NPR podcast that's called Cereal, which is Serial.
Yeah, I just feel like yours is a parody of that one. And not content-wise, but just off the popularity.
Yeah, I won't get into that. But they just talk about cereal for the entire the hour or hour and a half or 2 hours. I think there's a 2-hour episode.
Would they just read the back of the box?
No, they discuss.
Look, I can't figure out how to get through the maze.
I'd watch that podcast.
They discuss favorite cereals and cereal experiences and whatnot. They have some interesting people on.
Wait, what do you mean cereal experiences?
There was one guy who was
I had this revelation eating Lucky Charms. Now I know they're magically delicious.
Well, Justin Warner likes to cook with cereal, so that's a cereal experience, is it not? What's the best thing you've made with cereal? And then he talked about it.
Cereal.
No, he cooks it and stuff.
Yeah, cereal.
With, Planet Hollywood?
I understand
Dale,
the concept.
Planet
that doesn't
Hollywood,
mean I'm not going to mock it.
Planet Hollywood's chicken, they crush up Captain Crunch. They crush up Captain Crunch.
Well, no, I don't want to eat there.
And then instead of the flour that you would use to fry your chicken, they use that, and it melts down into a nice cereal glaze. It's sweet.
My dad.
And then you use a honey mustard or sweet barbecue sauce for a dipping sauce.
My dad bought 20 boxes of Captain Crunch cereal when it was on. I'm never eating Captain Crunch again.
Okay. My dad liked Captain Crunch when I grew up. And it would always cut up the top of my mouth, so I just stopped eating it.
There was that too. That stuff was the most dangerous cereal known to man.
So anyway, at the end,
metal crustio.
Yeah. At the end of each podcast, they would ask whatever guest they had a series of, I think it's 6 or 7 questions. They're all related to cereal. So just think of some mascots, some cereal mascots, and I'll start this. Do you want me to answer the first question?
Yes.
Or be the first to answer the first question before we go all the way around?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. I believe the first one is, what is your favorite cereal? That is a shopping list. Favorite cereal. My favorite cereal is Trix. I don't know, I hit this one point in college where the Commons area had a bunch of cereals, and I just started eating Trix one day, and I'm like, this is delicious. Why don't I eat this more often? And that became my favorite cereal. So that's my favorite. I feel like we went into favorite cereals at one point.
Probably.
in one of the podcasts, but we're gonna do it again. Since you're right next to me, why don't you answer?
Oh, it's Lucky Charms.
Okay.
I mean, they are magically delicious.
Yeah, I know. I've always loved Lucky Charms. They were always my favorite one. And
I like.
as a kid, I'd always eat around the marshmallows, so I had most of those just
So this is the
spoonful
last,
of marshmallows at the end.
thing.
Exactly.
Well,
There you go.
you know they have that all marshmallow version that
They
came
did
out.
release that
I
now.
saw that, but you have to like win a contest to get it or whatever.
Ah.
Also,
There-
I
there
don't
was-
think I want to win the contest of who has diabetes.
There was a talking point. Well, they had news articles in this podcast
Slow day, huh?
every week, and one of the ones was some famous person said that they loved
I swear I have a
marshmallows in
picture of that.
the Lucky Charms, and they wish there was an all marshmallow cereal. So, is it General Mills owns?
Yes.
They sent her a box of just marshmallows, or marbits, if you prefer the actual term. They call marshmallows in cereal marbits. So, that's the thing.
I don't think it should be.
I would agree. The nutrients are probably in everything that marshmallows. So, Nick, yours is Honey Bunches of Oats. Is that what you're going to say?
That is what I was gonna say.
Kylie Jenner.
Yes, Kylie Jenner.
Okay. There you go.
And then it spawned
I don't know
some
who
big
that person
outrage
is.
that she's like,
Special enough to get it. No one
yeah, and
else
she just said it off the cuff apparently.
We should rise as one and slay her and take her marshmallows.
Her marbits.
I agree.
Marbits, yes. Storm the castle for the Marbits.
From now on, I think we should call Dale Marbit.
Okay.
What's up, Marbit?
Well, good. We went from the 1970s to the 1770s. It's probably more like the.
It's a song about the funky 70s.
So
Jess, do you have a
Temporary
favorite meal?
concerts with King.
I actually don't eat a lot of cereal, but I guess if I'd have to pick a favorite, I might have to go with. What is the name of that? Is
Kashi.
it cinnamon toast crunch? Is that the?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Or did you like
The taste you can see.
French toast crunch better?
No, cinnamon toast crunch.
I've killed someone for the French toast crunch one.
What about waffle crisp?
I like both of those.
The
I like
French-
a lot of cereal.
French-
I have kind of a problem with cereal though. After a while, I just unless it's like Raisin Bran or something, I can only taste corn product now. It's like I just taste corn when I eat cereal because it's all made from corn.
Yeah.
So
We're gonna get a weird Jess food rams now.
Yeah, Rice
Rice Krispies, yeah.
Yeah.
Or Rice Checks.
yeah. So I can't enjoy some of the cereals I use.
Corn in Rice Krispies, I'm concerned for you.
No,
No, that's not one of them. It's
She's got the Midas touch, but it's only corn
If
flavor.
you're tasting something that doesn't exist, that's one of the signs of a stroke. I'm just letting you know now.
corn exists, Dale. I'm pretty sure it exists.
No, it doesn't.
I'm saying when it's not supposed to be in the food.
It's a lot of cereal is made from corn.
Oh no, I believe you. But if that's all you're tasting, I'd be kind of worried.
Mhm.
It's not that it's all I'm tasting. It's just I taste like it's like a back layer. It's weird. It kind of bothers me, but it's like I still like cereal every once in a while. I almost ate cereal today, actually.
So, as a
Corrected achievement.
as a counterpoint to that, it has least favorite cereal, and mine is
Kashi.
cornflakes.
Like, are we
Is-
talking Kellogg's cornflakes or Frosted Flakes?
No, I like Frosted Flakes.
Okay.
Cornflakes, I think it has to do with the fact that one time I just opened like a really stale box of cornflakes, and it was like more bland than normal.
I think that's just a regular box.
Well, I mean, they didn't have, I don't know, something about it, and it just put me off to the whole line of cornflakes. So that is my answer. It is cornflakes.
Oh, I already told my story.
Mhm.
Fuck Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch.
Yeah.
I liked it, but now it's no.
You like the flavor of Captain Crunch, but you don't like
No,
the
not
salt it has on the roof of your
No,
mouth.
I don't like the flavor anymore either because I
really?
had to eat those 20 boxes.
Blood and corn.
Blood and
Blood corn filled with the tears of sadness.
Yay.
I agree that cornflakes are pretty weak.
To be frank, I like pretty much all cereals. They all have, They all have purpose. I actually do kind of like Kashi to a point. I have a preference list of cereals, but it's like you put a box of cereal in front of me and some milk, and I'm going to be like, that's going to be gone when you turn your back.
But is it
I agree.
I like cereals.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have a singular vote, Nick?
I'm going to have to agree about the cornflakes.
Cornflakes? Okay.
Yeah.
Jess?
I'm trying to think of the one that I don't like, and
These questions are going to get a lot harder. Just to like.
Yeah, I'm trying. It might have been Trix. I might not like, or maybe it was Fruity Pebbles. It was one of those like fruity looking ones. I don't really care for.
Probably Fruity Pebbles because they give you that filmy taste after a while.
Yeah, I don't like Captain Crunch either. So it's like those three I've never really cared much for.
The Fruity Pebbles made me.
Generic Cheerios.
Generic Cheerios, Jen says.
The disembodied voice of the wolf has spoken.
Yeah, those like off-brand cereals. Actually, the Fruity Pebbles one is really good. It tastes really close to the actual brand.
Mm-hmm.
But the Cheerios, the Honey Nut Cheerios version, where you get like the bag that has like nut hoops or something.
Do you remember this story Zach told about the Honey Nut Cheerios and why he'll never eat them?
No.
He was at D&D like 3 weeks ago. Alright, so our friend Zach was like, I'll never eat Honey Nut Cheerios ever. No, not after the incident. And we're like, what's the incident? Well, my mom put it on a string on our fence to let the birds eat it. None of the birds would eat it.
Yeah.
And it stayed there over the winter, and when spring came, he's like, it looked the exact same. I am not eating that shit anymore.
That sounds like I was in this painting class, and my teacher brought in donuts so that we could paint donuts, and they stayed under hot lamps for like 3 weeks while everyone painted these donuts. Nothing changed, so made me highly suspicious of donuts after that.
Donuts.
Why not take a picture of the donuts and then eat the donuts so you can still paint the donuts?
It was like a glazing technique with the oil paints that he wanted to try, and because donuts are all bright and colorful, he thought it would be a good subject.
I got you.
Well,
Really, it just made the room smell like donuts.
Made everyone hungry. He was in cahoots with Duncan.
All right. Next one is, what kind of milk do you use on your cereal? And I've been using 1%. My heart lies with 2%. But anything that's not skim is pretty much fair game for me.
We have 2%.
In fact, the weirdest combination I have done is in college when we didn't have any, or I didn't have any milk.
Did you have watered down milk or something?
No, I had coffee creamer and I had water, and I poured it in. It was like, this is alright actually. I got my cereal fix. It's okay.
Yeah.
No, I take mine with 1%.
I have 2%.
I used to do 1%. Now I'm back up to 2%. Just cutting it from 2% to 1% wasn't worth it. It didn't have any negative effects on me. So going back up didn't do anything bad or anything like that.
Are you sure about that, Dale?
Yeah.
Right into Flavor Town.
Yeah, and then like this actually tastes like milk instead of water now.
Mm-hmm.
But to be fairly honest, I can drink any kind of milk. It's not that big of a problem for me.
So Nick, you said 2%?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they said.
Oh, okay. I guess that's both of you.
They might live together.
Yeah.
Can
we agree that skim milk on cereal is basically like gross water?
You know, I have had water with cereal before.
You've had water. I've had water with cereal.
I've been desperate because I couldn't drink milk for so long.
I honestly can't tell that much of a difference between the different milks.
Really? It's a consistency thing mostly.
Yeah.
But there is a flavor difference too.
I don't taste it.
For the record, a lot of the people on the podcast like theirs with either whole milk or half and half. And I was like, really?
Wait, on that podcast.
The cereal podcast?
I was like, well, are you rewriting our histories in front of us?
yeah, those people in the Long Con podcast all like half and half with their cereal.
He took a poll beforehand.
Yeah, we could do a poll on Twitter.
When they say you took the cereal, you put it in the bowl, and you took the milk and blah, 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 blah.
Kevin, I insist that you retweet the poll that I'm about to tweet about this. And then we'll find out if our listeners, all 6 of them, do.
Kevin, I think the better question is, have you ever accidentally used orange juice instead of milk?
Never.
No.
Okay.
I'm not either.
I can say with confidence that that is a definite no.
Why have
Okay.
you, Jess?
No, but I'm pretty sure my sister did one time.
I'm not surprised. But yeah, my brother was on a kick for a while. Not Brandon, John. When we were, this around the Captain Crunch thing, where he wouldn't put milk in it. He would only use water.
No,
And he was just like, milk's disgusting, and that lasted like 2 months, and then he came back to normal. He also did the same thing with chicken, where he hated chicken for like 3 or 4 months, and then he went back to liking chicken. I have I have special siblings,
Me too.
and not the good. You have one.
Mm-hmm.
Too special.
Okay, I retweeted you, Nick.
I think all siblings are special. Nick doesn't have any, so he can't complain.
Nick is
He has that cat.
Nick is his own sibling. Now the cat basically counts as a person. It fetches. It understands.
All right.
Now these are all verbatim from the podcast. If you could get bottle service at a fancy nightclub with any one cereal mascot, who would it be? And bottle service is like the really expensive, like champagne and whatnot.
Well, they come and they literally pour you the drinks too.
And now, mind you, these are like all cereal mascots. That every one is fair game. They don't have to be current, correct? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, 'cause I am going to say Jarvis, the Cookie Wizard.
I have no idea who the fuck that is.
He used to be the spokesperson.
Does he work for Iron Man now? Is that why we haven't seen him?
No, he used to be the mascot for Cookie Crisp.
Oh,
and then
before the dog
Cookie
won.
Crisp wasn't doing so well, so they
Gotcha.
changed the mascot to
I think I remember
the cop,
him now.
and then the robber, the Cookie Crook, and the dog.
Gotcha.
But Jarvis's whole thing was turning like vessels into cookies. That was his deal. So since I don't drink, he could turn all that expensive champagne into cheap cookies.
It's
and
a
make
mascot,
the
not actual.
Really expensive.
So it's an actual person?
No, it's a mascot.
Wait, no, but I'm saying in this question, it's an actual. That person becomes reality, not someone just in a fucking costume.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Totally. Yeah,
I got an answer.
Gotcha.
My answer is surprisingly the opposite of my previous answer, because I'm gonna go with this cornflakes girl, because she seems to have it going on a bit.
I think that's Jess's great grandmother. look at the similarities.
Well, all I know is I ain't gonna be
They have
getting bottle service with no stuffed tigers.
And they're smiling.
Does that say the original KK Kellogg?
Wait, go back. Where is it? Yeah, it does. Like right there. Zoom in.
I can't. It's
Okay,
up to Nick.
can they see?
Let's not
I like how you
argue
take it
on
out immediately.
the hate crimes of my cereal.
Jess, you didn't tell me your great grandma was part of the KKK.
The KK Kellogg.
Well,
We're gonna sit you down and we're gonna pour you a bowl of cereal.
Well, this got away from
just
me.
bland white flakes. Nothing to spice it up.
Dale, do you have
See, this is what happens when I come on the podcast. I become a crazy like murderer, and I'm a Scientologist.
Does anyone remember the worst cereal mascot of all, which was this guy, the honeycomb monster?
Oh God!
I remember that thing.
I do too. It was scary.
Oh man,
It's like a creepy hedgehog
that
thing.
I have a big feeling that was the same people who did the Quiznos sub monster.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I think that was the same person. It has to be because it looks too close.
Dale, do you have an answer to the question?
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna steal Lucky's Lucky Charms. He's a fucking magical
Because
leprechaun.
if you want anything, you could just make it happen.
I'm
he's a
I'm
leprechaun.
hoping, or at least he'll give me his pot of gold.
Yeah. Because, like, he's going to make it rain.
Yeah, exactly.
Or make it
Make
hail.
it hail.
Up in the club, and then Dale's going to be like...
Yeah. It's okay, just scoop it off of the dead body.
Fair enough. Jess, do you have an answer?
I'm just gonna go with Count Chocula. He's a
Any
chocolate
specific
vampire.
reason?
That's pretty cool, I guess.
Franken Booberry or whatever?
Not
Franken
Booberry
Booberry?
or
Apparently.
whatever.
Ghost and a Frankenstein.
All of those cereals are now just a chimeric abomination that they
Shut
combine
up.
all of them into one.
Shut up, Lord Ramington.
The next one, which mascot would you take to an Eagles concert? You know who the Eagles are?
I have an
Yeah,
answer.
they're the ones who fly the jets over the stadium. No, they're the ones who are in the shower.
I would literally rather be murdered with a drill than go to an Eagles concert.
And listen to Hotel California?
I hate the Eagles.
Okay.
I will not answer this question.
Hotel California is okay, but it's been played a lot though.
Okay.
Which mascot would Tony the Tiger? Because then he'll kill me and I won't have to hear the Eagles.
I was gonna say the honeycomb monster because they're just like, get him!
Yeah, just throw it at Don Henley's face.
But Tony the Tiger would just go, they're great!
No. He probably would. He probably does listen.
Jess, what about you?
Oh man, I'm trying to think of one of the mascots that's always either chasing somebody or running away.
Well, I'd go with the Tricks Rabbit, because shit's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
get
what
funny.
He's got that
was
market
thinking.
cornered.
Yeah.
Because the
Let's
kids
go
are going
with
to chase him during the concert, and it's just going to cause mayhem.
So they just start playing the Benny Hill theme?
I hope so. That would be great. I'd go.
Either that or the Flintstone guy, you know.
Oh, yeah, with
Yeah.
Marvin the Martian.
Fair
Whatever. Yeah, he could go.
Yeah, that'd be great. I think Fred would be a little freaked out by technology. But
All right.
Whatever.
So there was a brand of cereal called Kellogg's OKs
I remember that.
back in the day. The mascot was Yogi Bear. I
Why does that sound familiar?
I would take Yogi Bear because he could at least raid some picnic baskets so we could have some good food.
You didn't say that right, Kevin.
I don't hate the Eagles,
He could
but I've
make the
never
baskets.
been to an Eagles concert, nor would I voluntarily go to one.
Well, if you
But
join the Boy Scouts, you probably could.
I hate the Eagles.
okay. Do you also hate California because Jonathan Colton?
I do hate California,
Okay.
but I hated it aside
Before it
from
was cool. Okay. If you had a dual birthday party at the roller rink, which cereal mascot would you share it with?
Captain Crunch.
Agreed.
Why? Because it would destroy the top of your mouth?
I might accidentally push him over the edge. Like, because they have little ledges or whatever. Just go, oh, oops. Because I
Wait,
can't
I want
see,
to
so-
change mine. If we're in the 80s and it's an adult birthday party, Toucan Sam. That guy's got some blow. You know it. Follow your nose!
This is a roller rink.
I don't
Yeah.
know where that came from him.
Ooh.
You don't know?
I just wanted to make a joke about a cartoon doing cocaine, okay?
Well, if he does come from like the jungle area, and cocaine grows mostly from that kind of a
Okay.
climate.
We're getting far away from the fact that it's a birthday party at the roller rink.
What kind
Fine.
of birthday parties you've had
Captain
at a
Crunch.
roller rink?
I don't think I've ever had one at a roller rink.
I had one.
I've had birthday parties. They weren't mine. I've been to them at the roller rink when I was a kid.
Yeah, I was at them, but I didn't want to.
Right.
I had one. That's where my mom broke her leg. Not even kidding. Thing just went leg.
I guess I'd take Frankenberry. Because if he fell over, it would kind of be funny to watch him get up. And then people would be like, let's laugh at that kid. And that kid's alright because, by comparison.
Then he goes crazy and starts tearing children in half.
And
Yeah,
then it
I
gets incredibly entertaining. Then maybe he'll give me a bowl of cereal for my birthday.
Maybe.
Oh my god.
They're made from real children. Jess?
I'm gonna go with the bee, because I think a bee at a roller rink would be pretty good.
He would just float above the roller rink.
Not if he was chasing people.
I suppose.
He is a pretty big bee. People might.
Honey Nut Cheerios bee?
Yeah,
Also,
that guy.
he's...
Although I did
Oh,
see a commercial.
Okay, yeah, duh.
Did you see the most recent commercial with him? Because his voice was a little disturbing in that picture.
Isn't he voiced by, he
Jennifer
sounds
Lawrence.
like Fry.
I think he was, but it was a new voice, and it freaked me out.
Jennifer Lawrence?
Nick, please help me. Who is that guy's voice actor?
Lance Henriksen.
Mark
No, it's
Mark
not
Hamill.
him. Mark Hamill?
Yeah. Leonard
Nolan North.
Nolan North? It's not Nolan North. Who's the guy who does the voice of Fry? I can't think of his name.
Billy
Wasn't it
West.
Jeff Holson?
Billy West, thank you. Billy West did the voice of the bee for the longest time.
Now he doesn't.
And it's creepy.
Now he's a red M&M.
All right.
Makes sense.
So
That's how you move up in the world.
the next question is cereal for dinner? Yes or no? I say yeah, that's fine.
It is, but
When I
you have to live above in a bar. You have to live above a bar and be divorced.
Or just living in, you know, where you're from, Nick.
And I'm pretty sure you have to have a bathrobe on if you eat cereal for dinner.
Are you describing the dude?
Yes, because he also hates the Eagles. He's the only other person in the world that hates the Eagles.
So you want him to be a cereal mascot?
Yeah, so I can hang out with him.
Am I the only one here?
You need some glasses for
Yeah,
that.
well,
and a vest.
I should have stole those from laser tag.
Yeah, you should have. So Jess, are you cool with cereal for dinner?
Yeah, that's fine. I've done it before, so.
Yeah, same
We've
here.
all been there.
Okay. So who do you think this is the hardest one of the group in terms of my opinion?
Oh, great. This is going to be like
Who
an
do you
ethical
think
question.
deserves to be on a Wheaties box but hasn't been? And my problem is I have no idea who's been on a Wheaties box.
All it is
What are
just
the-
Olympic
And
athletes.
sports stars?
Athletes?
That would go with the Olympics.
No, like they have professional sports stars, don't they?
Well, yeah.
Sports culture.
Well,
Yeah,
Nick already
sports ball.
defined his. That would be the dude.
Yeah, the dude.
And it'd just be like, I hate the Eagles.
Yeah. It's the part where he's in a taxi, and then the cab driver kicks him out because he doesn't want him to play the Eagles on there. It's a good movie.
Well, what about you?
I'm trying to think of just a. I guess it doesn't need to be appropriate to Olympiads.
I really thought you were going to be like, they should be naked or something like that.
That's what I thought you were going to say too. That's where I thought you were going.
Fly wants to go the porn
Do
world.
you have an opinion, Dale?
Just get like Neil to.
DeGrasse Tyson.
Yes, thank you. I didn't want. I was
Honestly-
going to say that wrong.
Honestly, I
Or-
thought of him earlier in regard to this question.
Or Bill Gates or Stephen Hawking.
I was about to say, Steven, stop taking all my answers.
I'm sorry.
Anyone not sports.
You
So?
pick Picasso.
Oh, I don't like Picasso.
Rembrandt.
No,
The Beatles.
they don't have. Well, they have the Beatles.
Okay, good.
They don't, but they're not American.
What about Pete Best, the original
Did they
drummer
have
for
the
the
bowl
Beatles?
cuts though? What?
I don't know.
Dale's line of reasoning for the Beatles is they had bowl cuts.
In that case, what about Anton Chigurh, the antagonist from No Country for Old Men? He's got the cattle
I
thing.
really gotta see
You
that.
do. I don't know. I was honestly going to say Stephen Hawking when he was listing it, but apparently I can't make science people.
Why didn't
Kevin,
you have to lead
Kevin.
out with? That's why I asked you first.
No, I thought of it after.
Your answer is Alton Brown.
Thank you. I'll go with that one. I put him on a Wheaties box. He would science his way. He's science and food.
You're welcome, Kevin.
Thank you,
Not when he
Jess.
screwed up the sun bit.
The sun bit?
Yeah, he had to redo it. That was wrong.
Okay.
Gaseous ball. It was plasma.
That's not.
The sun's a miasma of incandescent
It
plasma.
might be giants.
Mm. Who cares about giants?
Dale
I
wants
asked-
they might be giants on a Wheaties box.
Yeah, sure. Why not? No, I said I don't want them.
All right, so Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Or any predominant science figurehead.
Okay. Elton Brown.
Except for, like, Bill
The
Nye the
dude.
Science Guy.
Jess.
I don't think...
Let's put Sarah Michelle Gellar on there for Steph's sake. She was Buffy. That's pretty athletic, right?
I also just
Get all her own stunts.
I'm gonna say this so it happens. Kevin, you're gonna have to Photoshop each of these. Yep, that's right.
I don't know how you didn't see that coming.
You did.
Yeah.
Maybe because the stash is making, like...
Do it in post.
Okay.
Photoshop wasn't around in the 1970s.
It's the 1770s, smart guy.
Oh, good, America's getting founded soon.
All right, and then the last question, if we're moving on,
Yeah, we answered.
is when was the last time you had a bowl of cereal, and what was it? And mine was 2 days ago, and it was a bowl of Kix.
Mine was this morning, and it was Honey Bunches of Oats.
A little less than a week ago, it was Corn Pops.
I haven't had Corn Pops in forever.
They're good.
They're alright.
Even though they're like you'd think they'd be the most bland flavor kind of a thing, just like Kix, but they're good still.
Yes?
I almost ate a bowl of cereal this morning, but then I decided against it.
I like how this is the main story that I almost had a bowl.
I thought about it, but then decided not to. Honestly, the last time I had a bowl of cereal may have been one of the times we were down in Indiana. I don't know.
Dragon Con?
It might have been a Dragon Con.
I think we all had cereal the morning after we went to the Murfinsons.
Yeah, that might have been it. That might have been the last time I had cereal.
Yeah.
Buy cereal, I don't mind. That's what I haven't had in a week.
Dude, I eat regular breakfast every day.
Cereal's breakfast. I eat it in the afternoon, but cereal's still
There are times where I'm like, I can make eggs right now. There's enough time.
I've eaten oatmeal quite a bit lately, but
does that qualify as hot cereal?
I don't know. See,
Isn't it just a porridge?
Porridge is kind of a hot cereal.
I know.
I prefer cold cereals to hot cereals, honestly.
I'm definitely a cold food
It doesn't
person.
strike me as cereal unless it's cold and covered in milk.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Puffs, and then they're covered in cold milk.
That's the cereal I want to create. Room temperature puffs. Fly tested, no one approved.
Oh, they're teriyaki flavored.
This one's basil.
Yeah, you can put some basil on it. All right. So we're at an hour. Do we want to end it with those questions?
God.
Probably a good idea. Just put it out of its misery.
Dale, put it out of its misery. Nick, say the line. Wait. If you have any questions or comments, you can contact us on email at thelongconpodcast, that's all one word, at gmail.com. You'll be able to see it here in post.
Or you can not. I mean, that's fine too. We have our one viewer who didn't say anything the whole time.
Here's the thing.
Here's my stuff.
The other thing.
Here's my stuff.
Not your stuff.
And now here's Dale's stuff.
Son
I'll
of
cut to Nick. Go.
That's me. Instagram and Twitter.
They're gonna be on your right. Your left. There. Yeah, that's the one.
Pew pew pew.
Sure. Jess, do you want any contact info?
nah, I'm good.
Okay.
Leave her alone.
For Jess. I'll give you like a duck sound effect.
There you go. That works.
Thanks for joining us.
If you want to contact Jess, whisper a message into a goose's ear, and it will tell another goose, which will tell its goose friends until eventually the geese that live outside our window will tell us the message.
I think this is a wild goose chase.
Is the message smack the sandwich out of his hands?
No.
All right. Nick, check us out.
All right, later, chumps.